Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 17. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, is to receive 20 compactor trucks to aid in the collection of garbage across the country. Cabinet granted approval for the award of a contract to Tankweld Metals Limited to supply the trucks valued at $1.89 million. Minister with Oversight for Information, Carl Samuda, made the announcement at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing.
This, of course, is a welcome decision, as there is great need for additional garbage units. But this, I might add, is just a drop in the bucket, because we are in the process of looking into the acquisition of 100 garbage trucks. And this has to be done over a period, but it must be done on a timely basis, because garbage trucks are not shelf items, and they have to be appropriately retrofitted.
The NSWMA provides solid waste management services across the island in order to safeguard public health while helping to create a healthy and aesthetically pleasing environment. Government will be spending $184 million to purchase land at 3 Bromelia Road in Mandeville for the relocation of the Manchester Parish Court. That was also revealed at this week's post-cabinet press briefing, where Minister Carl Samuda said approval had been given to purchase the land. The Manchester Parish Court was destroyed by fire on November 8 last year.
Following the fire, interim steps were taken to facilitate continued court operations, including the relocation to and rental of space at the nearby James's Plaza.
The Chief Parliamentary Counsel is to draft legislative changes for the Dogs Liability of Injuries by Act. The existing legislation will be repealed and replaced to provide for criminal and civil liability of an owner of a dog that attacks, injures, or causes the death of a person. Cabinet gave the go-ahead for the legislative changes following recent reports of several persons coming under attack by dogs. In September, pit bulls attacked a teacher at the St. Richard's Primary School, leaving her with serious wounds, which caused her to be hospitalized for a prolonged period.
I'm sure that she's going to bear the effects of that attack for the rest of her life. She's being attended to as we speak, because it will require a lot of work beyond the particular hospital treatment that she has received. So it is a very timely situation. People must be held accountable for the management and control of their animals. And it cannot be that persons' lives are exposed by careless owners of pets.
The government of Jamaica will next week welcome the U.S. Secretary of State, Michael R. Pompeo, for a 2-day working visit. Secretary Pompeo is to arrive in Jamaica on January 21 and wrap up his engagement on the 22nd. The visit is part of his 6-day working trip to Germany, Colombia, Costa Rica, Florida, and Jamaica. The Secretary of State and his delegation will be met by his counterpart, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith. Minister Johnson-Smith says the visit demonstrates the strong bonds between Jamaica and the United States.
We welcome the visit of Secretary Pompeo as a demonstration of the commitment of the United States of America to once more strengthen its engagement with Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. We're very much looking forward to this opportunity to build and indeed reinforce our already close ties.
On Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and senior cabinet ministers will hold bilateral talks with Secretary Pompeo. Secretary Pompeo is expected to give a policy speech on the Caribbean region's critical importance to the United States and the country's renewed commitment to closer ties based on shared values, interests, and economic prosperity. The Ministry of Education is moving to have more students participate in the sciences through the introduction of microscience at teachers' colleges. Through this system, the ministry will work with in-service teachers and teachers in training for all areas of basic science. During a JIS think tank session on Tuesday, Acting Chief Education Officer Dr. Kassan Troop reiterated the importance of teachers in the delivery of the curriculum.
Part of making sure that those skills are developed in our children is to build the capacity of our teachers. Now, our project, which is the microscience approach to the teaching of science, is really an initiative to build the capacities of our lecturers in our teachers' colleges and our teachers to deliver our science curriculum in the most effective way.
The move makes Jamaica the first Caribbean country to introduce microscience at the tertiary level. Microscience is a system designed to carry out hands-on science experiments with the use of relevant kits, worksheets, and teacher resources. And finally, Kingston's councillors have been directed to develop mechanisms to combat impending drought conditions. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica issued a statement earlier this week forecasting drought conditions for the island within the coming months. Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, says lower than average rainfall is expected in the next 2 to 3 months.
Take this piece of information seriously and begin to take steps just in case this impact on our supply of water to our residents, and to begin to take steps to prepare for this.
Mayor Williams was speaking at Tuesday's monthly sitting of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. A committee from the Municipal Corporation is to meet with the National Water Commission and other relevant institutions to have discussion on the matter. The mayor says schools and other institutions will also be informed of the forecasted drought conditions so that the necessary plans can be implemented. In 2019, the country experienced severe drought conditions impacting food security and water supplies. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.